And now, from the Hollywood Palace, here is your host, the famous screen star, Tony Randall.
When I get applause like that before I do anything, I get guilt flashes. I'm very delighted. Before we start, I must tell you, as you may or may not know, I recently completed a picture with Shirley Jones called Fluffy, and we have a surprise for you. I want you to meet my co-star, beautiful blonde hair and a magnificent body. Now, I don't have any more. I challenge John Wayne to do that. I'm tempted to say, welcome to What's My Lion, but this is such a classy show. We don't have jokes like that. I want you to meet Ralph Telfer, who's the trainer of Fluffy. Ralph, would you come out here? Yeah. He's killing me off. Thanks very much. Did you see him hitting the chair? I've got a joke. Ralph, take him to the dressing room. Any dressing room but mine. Terrible joke, it wasn't. Oh, well, that's... Now, let's see. Fluffy is not the only member of the animal kingdom we have on the show tonight. We have Victor, the wrestling bear. Did I say that right? We have... Victor does not wrestle bear. Victor is a bear who wrestles without any clothes on. And we're going to begin the show with two human beings, just as human as you and I are, folks. That terrible lion hair that I'm so allergic to is there. Here are the two sensational balancing artists from Paris, the Martys.
Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are very happy to be here tonight.
Hey,
and
stop your speech, là-bas.
No, I want to.
Oui, parce que tu me racontes.
That's all right. I'll let you know. Ready? I'm going up. No, not yet. I am stuck. No, we are going to flip that. We didn't do it. That's it. And now we are very proud of our next trick because we can do it. Yeah. Ready? I'm coming. I love this trick. We never missed it. I'm ready. Yeah. I don't know where I am.
I am here, don't worry.
That's it.
Hey, you're cheating again, huh?
Ready?
Quite ready.
Hey, you catch me.
Yeah, if you are lucky tonight.
Yeah? Very simple. I must be nuts. I have an idea. Please, after you. Be careful. What is your problem? Just a minute. Neither without net. We got something else. For this trick, we have been rehearsing many, many years. And now we are too old to do it. We got something else.
Tell me that you're one of the richest...
The richest man in the world?
Well, the world, that's pretty big.
Well, then, let's just say America.
Let's leave it the world. Okay, Crackerby, that's me. We're alive. That other fellow is called St. John Quincy. He don't know it yet, but he's going to bust my kid straight through into high-altitude society.
Mr. Crackerby, I am broke. I haven't accomplished very much in my life. But I feel I will have justified my existence if I can be the one man in the world who turned down a chance to be purchased by OK Crackerby.
You know what I like about that boy? He thinks he won that round. Watch the fun on OK Crackerby starting Thursday night, September 16th, right here on ABC.
If I introduced our next lovely young guest as Florencia Vicente de Martinez Cardona, rather, you might not know of whom I'm speaking. That, however, is her real name. She is known to you as the young lady whose voice is charming in the country, Vicky Carr.
Strange, dear, but true, dear, when I'm close to you, dear, the stars fill the sky. So in love with you am I. Even without you, oh, my arms fold about you. The night when toward a closing door, a door marked nevermore, that wasn't there before. The lonely night discloses just a passing breeze, filled with memories of the golden smile that introduced me to the days of wine and roses and you. Oh, the good life, full of fun, seems to be the ideal. Good life let you hide all the sadness you feel. You won't really fall in love, for you can't take the chance. So please be honest with yourself. Why try to fake romance? Please remember, I still want you. And in case you wonder why, well, just wake up. Take off your makeup. Yes, just wake up. Here's the good life.
No matter what kind of dust collectors you have, they need Pledge. A dust cloth alone can't remove dirt and smudges, but Pledge cleans and waxes, leaves a protective wax shine that resists spills and spots. For tricky dust collectors, spray Pledge on your dust cloth. Johnson's Pledge, for waxed beauty instantly as you dust, every time you dust, anything you dust.
This glass is so clear, it lets the real beauty of this room show through. And the real beauty of your floors shows through with Clear Floor Wax. Because clear dries clear as glass, never yellows. Most ordinary waxes turn yellow on your floors like this tinted glass. Clear dries clear as this clean glass, never yellows. Clear, created by Johnson's Wax.
Now you are about to see one of the most unusual contests ever presented on television. A 250-pound wrestling champion known as the Hangman is going to wrestle a 450-pound Canadian brown bear who has 1,755 consecutive victories to his credit. Incidentally, I want to assure you that this match is strictly on the level. You can't bribe a bear with money. All he wants is a little hug, a little affection, a little love, security, just like the rest of us. All right, on with the match. The Hangman! And They're pointing out to him the man who ate his porridge. Bear is actually afraid to get in there with a man that ugly. You are are witnessing a bear trying to make a rug out of a man. That's a Yogi Bear hold. You see what he... The hangman is looking for an opening now. He wants to get out of the ring. I think the bear can lick him. This is called stalling right here. And some people think wrestling isn't on the level. Fanfare introductions are so overwhelming that one feels insignificant. Anyway, back with us tonight is a brilliant young man who made his network debut on this show, and a very successful debut it was, too. He hails from San Francisco, and his parents are Japanese. And, so is he. Oddly enough. Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Morita.
Lights. They make my eyes squint. Oh, look, don't misunderstand me. I'm of Japanese extraction, but I was born and raised around San Francisco, and that just goes to prove that we weren't all made in Japan. Oh, look, I know a lot about Japan. I've never been there before, just happen to look like the rest of them. But I know a lot about Japan. I mean, after all, my folks are from the old country, and I have friends that go back and forth all the time, and they're always telling me a lot of great stories about this beautiful country. And I've heard so many stories about how really great the Japanese woman is as a wife. I went out, I married one. And, yeah, and she's from the old country, you know, schooled in the oldest traditions of subservience to the husband. And I'll never forget the first time I met her. I went up to her, I said, do you drink? She'd say, hi. I said, would you like a little nip? And I'll never forget the way, the first time I heard her, the way she spoke. I mean, most people think that French is the sexiest language in the world. I disagree. I think it's Japanese. Japanese is the only language I ever heard of where before they even say anything, they go, oh. I remember how, in the beginning, when I first met her, you know, she used to bow in the traditional manner, and go around with her little aso. We got married, I found out she couldn't sew anything. And that was a time when she used to bring me my slippers, you know, cook a little sukiyaki in front of me, bring me my favorite cup of sake, cutty sake. And that was the time when she was always so quiet, you know, so shy, obedient. Everything I ever asked her to do was always hi, 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 hi. Now, Miss Karate Mouth of 1965. She talks like you wouldn't believe it and argue. Listen, wow. This geisha chick, she argues like an ex-kamikaze fighter to the death. Listen, you got a better chance speaking Yiddish to an Arab. And no matter what she says, it always comes out the same. Gimme, get me, buy me, do me, I want. I thought I finally had her satisfied once. Bought her a mink kimono. Now she wants an American gardener. No, but seriously, you know, there is one great thing about having a Japanese wife, and that is that your mother-in-law lives in Tokyo. Last year, my wife became a baseball nut because, well, she found out that the San Francisco Giants had hired 3 Japanese guys for the team. And I wondered what it was like, you know, spring training last year. I figured it might have gone something like this. Alvin Dark, who was then manager of the Giants, he probably had to make the kids feel at ease, you know. And so he probably got them together and probably spoke to them, maybe a little bit something like this. Okay, now, fellas, I just want you to be yourselves. You play your hearts out for us like you did back in the old country, and everything's just going to be great. Now, I tell you what I do want you to do right now, boys. I want you to listen to a couple of our stars. Now, these fellas make lots of money, and they can help you. First baseman Orlando Cepeda here makes over $50,000 a year. Now, y'all listen to what he's got to say. Orlando, you come on over here and say something to the Japanese boy. Oh, truth, keeper. I think it's a good thing, a Japanese boy come and help us and teach us how hit and run and throw the ball slanty. But I don't like talk English language too good, so you guys you listen to Willie Mays, because he make over $100,000 a year, this guy. Hey, Willie, you come say something to Japanese kid. Oh, yeah, baby, don't be crazy again. Look at here, man, I wouldn't jive you no way, you know that. And, of course, with this, the spokesman of the Japanese group, he's got to stand up, speak for himself, right? So he stood up and said, oh, Willie Mays-san, Orlando Cepeda-san, Alvin Dark-san, how come you 3 guys make a nearly $250,000 a year, but you don't know how to talk American like us?
Wonderful. Wonderful. Any aficionado of the art of performing on the high wire will tell you that the number 1 man in the whole world today in that business is a native of Puerto Rico who is with us tonight. He's celebrated everywhere for his consummate style and grace. And it is my extreme pleasure to introduce to you now the great Méndez.
As you can see, Méndez is far above the people in the balcony. He performs without a balancing pole or net.
If you have hay fever, this may be scary, so close your eyes. Pollen. One weed miles from your house can release millions of pollen grains. In a few hours, some of that pollen can reach you and cause hay fever miseries around the clock. Now open your eyes. That's right, contact. Contact gives the all-day or all-night relief you need for hay fever miseries. Each Contact capsule contains over 600 tiny time pills. Hour after hour, some Contact time pills dry runny nose. Others soothe itchy, watery eyes. And Contact time pills stop sneezes, too. All work together to give you fast, continuous relief for up to 12 full hours. Contact helps you keep comfortable all day or all night. Contact for around-the-clock relief from hay fever miseries.
Now let's meet the #1 singing trio in the country today. With the song that brought them to the top of the record field, they're good-looking youngsters with long hair, and on them it looks good because they're girls. The Supremes.
Ready for a break? Try something different for a change. Turn to Salem Filter Cigarettes for a taste that's springtime fresh.
Turn to Salem, turn to Salem, you'll enjoy that springtime taste. Turn to Salem, for a taste that's springtime fresh.
Discover Salem, the largest selling menthol cigarette in America. Salem brings you rich tobacco taste, menthol soft flavor. Salem flavor refreshes your taste.
Try something different for a change. Turn to Salem, you'll enjoy that springtime taste. Turn to Salem, for a taste that's springtime fresh.
As you know, our country has been responsible for some of the greatest advances in civilization. But I think nothing is more significant culturally than our enormous contribution to world art known as the disc jockey. And so with malice towards none in particular, just towards all in general, I would like to present to you my version of this brilliant conversationalist. Hi there, folks. Well, how's it going in your neck of the woods this chapter, huh? That's good. Well, let's see, we've got the old hopper for you this chapter. Anybody seen a container of coffee around here for me? Huh? Where? Oh, good old Joe in the control room pointed it out to me. Under my nose. And a snake and a bit me, huh, Joe? What? Joe doesn't know I can't hear him through the glass. What? What? I don't know what you say. Ooh, that is good. Oh. That's good coffee. It's hot, too. I like my coffee hot, don't you, folks? Yeah. Anybody seen any sugar around here for me? Huh? Where? Oh. In bag, so it is. If I'd looked first, I'd have seen it, huh? I like sugar in my coffee. How about you folks out there? Like sugar in your coffee? Sure you do. Don't give me too much, though. Don't give me too sweet coffee. No, sir. Not if you want me to come back. What's that, Joe? What? You character. That's good. Oh, that is good coffee. Well, how do you say we answer some of these cards around here? I want to thank you right now for sending in the cards, folks. Here's the first one. Can't make out this writing too well. Mrs. Dexter Dreven, I believe it is, writes in to say that her father died laughing at something I said. If we were able to give you any happiness or comfort or consolation, Mrs. Dreven, in any way, shape, manner, or form, I just want you to know that we were only doing our job, and that's right from the heart. Another one, Mr. Milton Faber writes in to ask if I ever been in Chicago. No, I have not, Mr. Faber. But from what all I hear, and if it's If it's full of swell people like you, and I'm sure it is, why, I'd sure enjoy to, and that's for sure. That's good coffee. That is good coffee. Hey, it's cute how they make these coffee containers, isn't it? They roll a piece of cardboard into a cylinder, or more of a cone, actually, sort of abbreviated before it gets to the top or the bottom. And then they slap a bottom on it. That's cute. Oh, that's good. That's good coffee. That's good coffee. Say, a funny thing. Had a cup of coffee in the drugstore the other day. You ever do that? And a lady came in and she ordered something, and she reached for one of those paper napkins they have in those dispensers on the counters. You've seen them. They're cute. They're cute as the dickens. And you know, all the paper napkins are propelled from behind. They're lined up consecutively and pushed by this spring, which is motivated by some sort of coil from behind. And she dropped it. She got nothing to know. Oh, that's good. That's good coffee. That is good coffee. Excuse me while I have a stretch, will you? That's good. That is really good. Yes, sir, a good stretch is really one of the best things. Medical authorities will tell you a good stretch is... That's a cute tune, isn't it? You ought to play that sometime around here. Make a note of that, will you, Joe? What's his name had a great record of that, didn't he? Yeah. Well, what do you say we answer some of these phone calls around here? Hello, our show. Yeah, you got the name right. Good for you. Keep listening. Hello, our show. Well, if I can. Where's the pain? Have you had this long? You've had a severe pain in your lower right side for the past 24 hours. Have you called a doctor? I think you should call one. You want me to call one? All right. What's your name? Where are you? Are you there now? Oh, you're coming downtown. Okay, fine. Keep listening. Yeah. Say, if there's a doctor listening, he might take a look around the center of town in the next 30 minutes. There'll be a woman cruising around in a light blue convertible. Sounds like acute appendicitis to me. Ah, that's good. That is good. Good. Well, now that we've got the program going on high, what do you say we have some music, shall we? Oh, Joe in the control room tells me my time is up, so remember, until this time tomorrow night, a winner never quits, and a quitter never wins. Bye now. Now, a young British lady named Petula Clark recently had the #1 record in the whole world, and it's called Downtown. And it's about what children do when they go downtown, which is certainly fascinating. Now, our next guest has a song which is the parents' answer to the downtown, and it's called Crazy Downtown, and he's called Alan Sherman.
Dad are never nervous or mad when you teenagers go downtown. Daddy and Mom just stay at home and keep calm and watch the Late Late Show uptown. 'Cause when you kids are gone, we get to spend some time alone here. That's our only chance to use the bathtub or the phone here when you're away. Besides, we're stuck where we are because you kids took our money, you kids took our car and went downtown. Where can you possibly? Downtown. It's 20 after 3. Downtown. What do you mean by let's prove? You don't come home till 4 a.m. 'cause you're roaming in the street somewhere. Downtown. We would feel swell if only someone would tell us what goes on down there. Downtown. But every time we ask you what you're doing after dark there, you just say that you were frugging to Petula Clark there. That's what I mean. So kids, give your folks a break because you're driving us crazy. We sit here all night and take Milltown, swallowing pills so we'll calm down, counting the hours you're downtown, you and your frug and your slop. a slight collision, there goes the car. Beside that, you've been arrested, so we've got to get up and we've got to get dressed and go downtown, borrow a car and go downtown. That's where you are, you finks, downtown. Wait till I get you kids home. There'll be no more frugging, no swimming, no jerk, no mashed potatoes, no slop. And I'll tell you something else. Tomorrow night, you're going to stay home and do your homework, and your mother and I are going downtown. And we're going to dance the tango and the waltz and the foxtrot and the bunny hop. Those are nice dances. And there'll be no more frugging and no slop.
Really great. No, I just love your singing.
Thank you very much.
You're a wonderful.
I like your singing.
Yeah, I'm a good singer. A lot of people don't know
I'll tell you what,
that.
I have a duet.
Yeah? You really?
Yes, that it's good for two people to sing.
What an odd duet.
Yes.
Yes.
And I wish you would do it with me.
I'd
you know
love
what it's
to.
about?
What's it
It's
about?
about the astounding difference between singulars and plurals in the English language.
All right, let's sing
it. It's like, you want to sing it?
Right now.
Okay. Singulars and plurals are so different. Bless my soul.
Has it ever occurred to you that the plural of half is whole?
He's right. A bunch of tooth is teeth. A group of foot is feet.
And two canaries make a pair. They call it a parakeet.
A paramecium is not a pair.
A parallelogram is just a crazy square.
Paranoia is a bunch of mental blocks.
And when Ben Casey meets Kildare, that's called a paradox.
With someone you adore, if you should find romance,
You'll pant and pant once more, and that's a
I'm Art Linkletter. I just rattle a box, and my cat Wimple runs for his favorite, Little Friskies. Here's a new kind of cat food. Needs no refrigeration. Just pour, stays fresh in the bowl. Tasty fish flavor. Feed your cat nourishing Little Friskies.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, in one of his all-too-rare television appearances, one of the great names of motion pictures, Nelson Eddy.
Music when I look at you, a beautiful theme of every dream I ever knew. Down deep in my heart, I hear it play, I feel it start and melt away. I hear music when I touch your hand, a beautiful melody from some enchanted land. Down deep in my heart, I hear it say, is this the day? I alone have heard this lovely strain. I alone have heard this glad refrain. Must it be forever inside of me? Why can't I let it go? Why can't I let you know? Why can't I let you know the song my heart would sing? That beautiful rhapsody of love and youth and spring. The music is sweet, the words are true. The song is you. Well, thank you. That's the most applause I've received since I attended a reunion banquet for the Northwest Mounted Police. I'd like to introduce to you now a beautiful and talented young lady, my singing partner, Miss Gail Sherwood. Gail, we've been singing together now for 12 years.
Ever since I was 3.
Well, in those 12 years, we've sung about 100,000 songs together. And before that, I sang 50,000 myself.
And all in one picture.
Well, here's one of the ones that we're doing this season. You and the night and the music fill me with flaming desire, setting my being completely on fire. You and the night and the music thrill me, but will we be one? After the music is done, morning may come without warning and take away the stars. Till the moment love is true. After the night and the music dies, will I have you? The night is gone. Our love will linger on and on. We'll weave this wonderful moment into an endless design. I'll be your one love, and you will be forever.
And I think everyone would love to hear one of the songs you did with the wonderful Jeanette MacDonald.
Great. Gail, will you join me?
I'd be very happy to join you.
Good, good. If you please, Mitch. When I'm calling you,
I will answer too.
That means I offer my love to you. I'm offering my love to you. If you refuse me, I will be blue and waiting all alone. But if when you hear my love call ringing clear,
And I answering echo so dear,
then I will know love will come true. You belong to me. I'll belong to you.
Lauren Frank has lost the most beautiful pen he ever owned, and some of his friends are helping him find it. It's the smooth-writing Scripto Wordmaster. So new and so beautiful, you'll never believe it costs only $1. You know, most pens are made of plastic, but the new Scripto Wordmaster is made of brushed chrome and steel, and that's why he's so anxious to find it.
I found my pen!
The smooth writing Scripto Wordmaster. So new and so beautiful you'll never believe it costs only $1. Why don't you look for one yourself? Or bring some friends.
I've had a delightful time as your host tonight on the Hollywood Palace. And good night, Carmen Lombardo, wherever you are.
This portion of the Hollywood Palace has been brought to you by Scripto, makers of fine writing instruments, including the new long-writing Scripto Wordmaster in brushed chrome and steel, and by new Instant Nescafe, full-strength coffee with a lot of lift. Powerful good coffee. Powerful good. Next week, Gene Bayless, Bertha and Tina, Gino Donati, Rowan and Martin, the Three Getchys, Shaney Wallace, Edward G. Robinson, and your host, Liberace. This is Dick Tufeld speaking.